The news hit the media landscape like a bombshell. MSNBC announced it was canceling Joy Reid's 7 p.m. show, The Readout. Reid, a prominent black voice in cable news, had anchored the time slot since 2020. The decision sent shockwaves through the industry and left many wondering about the network's direction. Some saw it as a sign of MSNBC moving away from opinion-driven programming. Others interpreted it as a strategic move to capitalize on the strengths of other hosts. Reid's departure marked the end of an era. She had become known for her sharp commentary and fearless critiques of Donald Trump during his first presidency. Her show, often a platform for diverse voices and perspectives, resonated with a loyal audience. The cancellation of The Readout sparked immediate debate about representation and the role of progressive commentators in the current media climate. It also raised questions about MSNBC's programming strategy in the face of stiff competition from other cable news networks. The network, often labeled as left-leaning, had seen its ratings fluctuate in recent years. With a new president at the helm and the ever-evolving media landscape, MSNBC faced the challenge of retaining its existing audience while attracting new viewers. The cancellation of The Readout was a bold move, signaling that the network was not afraid to make significant changes in pursuit of its goals. Only time would tell how this decision would impact MSNBC's ratings and its place in the highly competitive world of cable news. Replacing The Readout was no easy task. MSNBC decided to fill the void with not one, but 3 hosts. The network tapped Simone Sanders Townsend, Michael Steele, and Alicia Menendez, the trio behind the successful weekend show The Weekend, to take over the 7 p.m. hour. This move was seen as an attempt to bring a fresh perspective and dynamic energy to the crucial pre-primetime slot. Each host brought a unique background and set of experiences to the table. Sanders Townsend, a former spokesperson for Vice President Kamala Harris, offered her insights on the inner workings of the White House and the Democratic Party. Steele, a former Republican National Committee chairman, provided a conservative viewpoint, aiming to foster dialogue and bridge the partisan divide. Menendez, a seasoned journalist and political commentator, rounded out the team with her sharp analysis and ability to connect with viewers. The trio's success with The Weekend gave the network confidence in their ability to replicate that success in the more high-stakes environment of weekday primetime. The Weekend had become known for its lively discussions, insightful interviews, and ability to tackle complex political issues in a digestible way. MSNBC hoped this same formula would resonate with viewers tuning in during the week. The decision to go with 3 hosts instead of 1 was a gamble. Some critics questioned whether this format would lead to a lack of focus or a dilution of individual voices. Others applauded the move, praising the network for its commitment to diverse perspectives and its willingness to experiment with new formats. The cancellation of The Readout and the subsequent programming changes came at a time when MSNBC was experiencing a surge in viewership. The return of Donald Trump to the White House, this time facing a Democratic-controlled Congress, had reignited the political firestorm that fueled cable news ratings during his first term. Viewers flocked to MSNBC, eager for analysis, commentary, and for some, a sense of validation amidst the political turbulence. MSNBC's primetime viewership had skyrocketed by 77% compared to the same period during the previous administration. The network's total day viewership was also up by a significant 34%, indicating that the heightened interest in politics extended beyond the evening hours. This surge in ratings presented both an opportunity and a challenge for MSNBC. On the one hand, the network had a captive audience hungry for news and analysis related to the Trump administration. On the other hand, it faced the pressure of sustaining this momentum and avoiding the Trump slump that had plagued other cable news networks once the former president left office. MSNBC's programming changes were seen by some as an attempt to capitalize on the current political climate. By shaking up its lineup and introducing new voices, the network aimed to attract new viewers while keeping its existing audience engaged. The changes at MSNBC extended beyond the 7 p.m. hour. The network was undergoing a period of significant transformation, with new leadership at the helm and a corporate spin-off from Comcast on the horizon. Rebecca Cutler, a seasoned media executive, had taken over as president of MSNBC, bringing with her a wealth of experience and a vision for the network's future. One of Cutler's first major decisions was to move Alex Wagner, the host of Alex Wagner Tonight at 9 p.m., to a correspondent role. This move signaled a potential shift in MSNBC's primetime lineup, with speculation swirling about who would take over the coveted 9 p.m. slot once Rachel Maddow's temporary return to a one-day-a-week schedule concluded. Jen Psaki, the former White House press secretary whose weekend show Inside with Jen Psaki had become MSNBC's most-watched weekend program, was seen as a frontrunner for the 9 p.m. slot. Her deep knowledge of the Biden administration and her ability to deliver insightful political analysis made her a natural fit for the network's primetime lineup. These programming changes, coupled with the corporate spin-off from Comcast, suggested that MSNBC was entering a new chapter in its history. Cutler's leadership, combined with the network's renewed focus on attracting a wider audience, promised to reshape MSNBC's identity and its place in the ever-evolving media landscape.